Across the Table with Ben Sorensen. Conversations with extraordinary people.
It's Ben Sorensen here, and across the table from me is not only a great bass player, but also a top bloke, Todd Hunter from Dragon. G'day, mate. How are you?
Man, how are you?
Mighty, mighty fine. Now, the second the video screen came up, I said that you've won a prize, which is the best backdrop for a Skype interview that I've ever done. Where are you, mate?
It's a matte painting. I'm actually in a bathroom. No, it's just an old barn that I had made as a studio out in the country.
Wow.
So it's just, it's welcome to my nightmare.
So is this where all the dragon magic happens?
No, not really, because it's too far away. It's a couple, 3 hours out of Sydney. So mainly I'm working on if I do TV series or whatever, or come over here and sit at the desk and do the dragon business.
So before we talk about all the dragon stuff, you mentioned TV series. So what do you do outside of Dragon?
Not much at the moment, but I have been doing in the break in the 10 years that Dragon was no longer. I did a lot of TV and a lot of films. I did 6 years on Heartbreak High, where I just basically sat in this room and played every goddamn note of the 7,500 pieces of music in that show.
Wow. So getting back into Dragon would have been a bit of a relief from that. Do you find Dragon less work?
No, it's not less work, but it's very different. After about 10 years of sitting in a studio by myself, I just thought, man, I've got to get out there and sort of actually have that immediate thing of playing. And as it happened, I went and played bass at my kid's school for a parent-teachers music night. One of the other parents was Johnny Diesel, Mike Lazotte. Over the night, I just played, but over the night I just played all these different sorts of things. And about halfway through, I was just sitting there playing away, and I thought, "Fuck, this is what you do, you moron! Get back to it." So. I thought, okay, what should I do? Play blues on a Sunday afternoon? Let me think. And I thought, I know a bunch of songs that play themselves, more or less.
Wow.
So I just got these guys together. Yeah, and we just started playing. There were no rehearsals. I just rang them up and said, want to be in a band? I said, yeah.
How old school?
It was very old school. Now, that's the whole thing of it this time around is it's completely old school. It's what it was like when we started in 1973. There's no crew. There's no tour managers, there's no bullshit, there's no lifestyle issues, there's no fame and fortune. We just get out there and play, and it's really great.
Oh, mate, that would be almost like chasing the sun.
Ha ha! Nice segue, dude.
Yeah, I thought so. I thought that was good. Well, the EP, the music is brilliant. I'm very, very impressed with it. Now, I may be a little young to have actually been there in the original Dragon days. Even my generation remembers the amazing music of Dragon. It very, very much was an influential group within the music scene, and also some crazy times.
Well, look, I'm going to send you a link of what it actually is like to play in Dragon now. You're actually a bit old for the Dragon crowd that's happening now. I'll send you a link of us playing Rhythm and Vines, and there's a sea of people, and there's no one over 25 there, and they're singing these crappy old songs that were happening years before they were born. The songs actually belong to everyone. They're not our songs.
Mm. Well, I think that's the beautiful thing about your or Dragon's music is that it doesn't matter what age you are, and there's a whole new generation that are enjoying your music because good music is good music.
Well, yeah, it's a double-edged thing. On one side, we can go out and play and people come and sing the songs from completely different generations because the songs are just part of everybody's life. And on the other side of that, radio programmers would rather chew their own hands off than programming anything by a band of our vintage. So, they'll play the old stuff, which is fine. It's great, and we're thankful for that. But so it is a bit of a balancing thing,
Well, going back to the original Dragon days, the lineups changed a little bit, and there's been some unfortunate circumstances within the band and its members.
Yeah, absolutely.
But the energy, I feel, has still been continued on, and is still, no matter what the lineup, the feeling as a listener and the energy of Dragon is still definitely there in Chasing the Sun, in the new EP that's out, and that's something that I think you guys can be really proud of. You've evolved a little bit, but you still maintain all the things that we know, love, and remember about Dragon. And one of the things that when I was reading up about you that I was just so keen to hear more of was your US tour, your US trip in Texas. Tell me more about that.
You want to know about the US catastrophe? Well, okay. In the 70s, there was this thing, a big dichotomy between what the band was like live and the whole countdown thing about this bright, shiny pop. And live, we were we were horrible. We were really horrible. Mean, nasty, ugly, disgusting, out of it, whatever you like to say. So there was always a thing where we were marketed on one hand, but the reality of the band was completely grim on the other. And we went to America and did a tour for Portrait Records, who we were signed to. And they didn't know what the hell had hit them. It was fantastically gross and and very Spinal Tap. You want specifics, don't you?
Oh, I'm always up for specifics, because I did hear a story about someone singing and finishing a song with no band behind him.
Oh, okay. That must be in Dawley's. It's huge. Well, we got on a tour with Johnny Winter, albino blues guy, whose audiences were just guaranteed to hate us. Scaggy pop puffs from Australia, you know. Anyway, we were playing at Dawley's, this huge club in Amarillo or somewhere. And Mark, this is the whole story, the whole boring story. Johnny Winter didn't want any lights or any fallback on stage. So Mark couldn't hear himself. So to the monitor guy, he was saying, more, one more. And then the guys over that side were going, well, fuck you too. He goes, no more. They're saying, well, fuck you. And he was just saying the most terrible things about Texans. And he waited out on the tables in front in the big crucifixion pose. And these huge things, they just started throwing everything, like buckets of ice with cowboy boots, everything, glasses. And he just was showered with this crap in the lights. I'll never forget it. And the band sort of slunk off stage, and I went up the back, and I just sort of kept playing. And I looked, and there were all Johnny Winter's roadies, $100 bills, like, okay, this guy's going to get shot, because someone got shot there the week before. And it was fantastic. It was like the Sex Pistols about 3 years before it happened.
Wow.
And we get off stage, and all the record company was there from all over America. We get off stage, we get back in the dressing room, and there's dead silence. And Mark says, well, I think that went okay. He was a legend. He was so great.
Oh.
Fucking what?
It was very sad for your fans with the passing of band members. But how does that make you creatively feel, and how does that make you feel as Dragon evolves and moves forward with new members and some new energy?
Well, yes, there's nothing like someone in your band dying. The loss is incredible. And each time, with us, it was instead of saying, oh, we've just got to stop this now, we would say, right, fuck this, we're going to keep on going and we're going to make it work, And so, that happened. Actually, I left in 95 and to do soundtrack work like Heartbreak High and stuff. And they continued on until Mark got ill and died. And then there was just no band. And it was never going to happen again. And for me, it was like some lurid airport novel that I'd read once. But the weird thing is once you decide to play again after 10 years or so, and you get in a room and you get Mark Williams and Pete and Bruce, these great players, you start playing their songs, I could actually feel the goddamn Dragon lift itself out of the primeval mud, and there it was in the room, just from playing those songs and that whole energy and everything. So I tell you what happens when we play every night. Everybody sings those songs, like they sing their guts out. And when you get 3,000 or 4,000 people, or 50,000 people, like in that clip that I'm going to show you, singing those songs, it's like, without being too metaphysical, getting too metaphysical on your ass, It's like Paul and Mark and everyone are there. You know, they're just there. They live on through their songs. It's a fantastic feeling. Yeah.
What an amazing feeling that must be for you.
And they were such sardonic bastards. Sort of, they were so cynical about everything. You could just see them up in the backdrop going, "Oh, you fucking idiots, live it up."
Now, the new EP I really enjoyed. There's a whole heap of great tracks on there. Now, what is your favourite track on the EP? Everyone's got a favourite.
Yeah, I think I like To the End of the World. Actually, it's great to play. It's great to dig into all those riffs. These songs were written by Pete Drummond and Bruce, and I reckon they're really good songs. They've just got a life to them that when you play them live, no one gives a fuck that they haven't heard them before. By the second or third chorus, they're singing them. You know, that's a Dragon sing-along, folksy Dragon thing. You know, but the interesting thing is now, like personally, I'm playing harder than I ever have in my goddamn fucking useless life, and I'm 60. And I'm looking at it, it's just going.
I love it. I love it. You are so much fun to talk to, mate. I'm very, very impressed. And everyone else has to get a copy of the new Dragon EP, Chase the Sun. It is absolutely brilliant. It's going to blow your mind, and it's going to be worth every penny that you spend on it. Thank you very much, Mr. Todd Hunter. And here is said clip from the Chase the Sun EP.
No, it's not. It's actually just a concert clip, and it's a piece of shit, but it's great.
Cities fall to the ground.
Across the Table with Ben Sorensen. For this interview and many more, visit our YouTube channel or bensorensen.com.